Hari, congratulations! You've been graduated today. So tell me a little bit about you and what you do.
Uh, my full name is Hariharan and I did my graduation in Hyderabad in Bachelor of Commerce, and then I went to Sydney for about 3 years. So I did my MBA in Marketing and International Management. I spent a year working there. Right now I'm working at Gati. Gati is a company which is into logistics and supply chain. So I'm working there as a management trainee and hoping to become a marketing manager one day.
Okay, good. So what made you to take this course, web marketing management?
I think firstly, I was getting a lot of information as to how the whole online thing, is becoming popular, and especially when you hear big companies like Starbucks and Nike, etc. do this, then I started wondering that probably there's something about it. That's the reason why these big companies are investing so much time and effort in doing these things. And I think one day I just walked into a mall and I saw one of these big companies having a huge banner, and the banner was about just liking us on Facebook.
Right.
So I said, why would a company spend so much of money, getting this done? Get their advertising on Facebook. Why couldn't they just do it like a hoarding, like we used to do it in old days? So that kind of got me into curious that this is really picking up, and probably 5 years down the line, that is probably the way it is going to be.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons I took up web marketing management.
How did you find us? Find Web Marketing Academy?
To be honest, we Googled you.
Okay.
Yes, so we Googled, and luckily you did search engine optimization for your website. So you got kind of listed in the first 3-4 rankings. So then we called you up, then we called a couple of people whom we found on the Google results. And then we met you guys personally, and then we kind of assessed that the interaction that we had with you was more enriching, and we felt that you probably are the right person to guide us in this sort of this unfamiliar domain.
Okay.
So yeah.
Good. So now, what was your experience during this course itself? What was your experience? Can you share a little bit of your experience?
Yeah. Firstly, I think the experience-wise, search engine optimization. To be honest, I didn't know what search engine optimization was till we actually started the class.
Okay.
It was a very alien term for me. But then, as Suresh sort of started explaining as to how the whole thing works and how you can do that, then I said, okay, fine, there are only 12-13 important points that I actually have to do for my website, and then I rank in Google results. So that sort of made me feel good, as it's not like a huge 100-step process that I need to do to get up to in Google. So these are the basic things, and I think the one good thing I liked about this course was that it was always customized to what I wanted. It wasn't like a sort of a curriculum that was made and we just had to follow it. We had to learn this irrespective of whether we liked it or not. It was Suresh was always customizing it to what I wanted to do at Gati, what Gati was doing, so that kind of made the course even more important and even more helpful to me in the long term. Yeah.
Nice. Now, was the training hands-on, and would you be able to implement what you learned in real life?
Yes, I think I should be able to implement. I think it's like things like starting a blog shouldn't be that difficult. So I mean, starting a blog, getting your company on Facebook, I think these things, yes, I can do. And I think the good thing for me is the way I look at it is my company Gati hasn't actually done a lot of things in online marketing. So that gives me an opportunity.
Exactly.
It gives me an opportunity to try out, because now I'm the expert. I've got this little certificate with me, so I've become the expert, and so now I can call the shots and say this is how you need to do it, this is how you need to do it. I think yes, I'm definitely going to implement this in working in Gati, and not only in Gati, also in my future. This I think whichever company I go into, I can always lend a hand in doing the online marketing through online.
Okay,
yes.
That's good. So you are you confident that you can take it no matter what or where you work, is it maybe for your own business, for your family business, or for any other company, are you confident that you can come up with a marketing plan, come up with the optimization and everything for that part, any company?
Yes, I think I should. I mean, like, to be honest, I think Google has given us a lot of tools, as you explained. You've got the keyword tool, so you're not actually gone to that stage where you now have to think about 100 keywords that customers are likely to use. Google has given you a keyword search tool, you get all the keywords. I mean, it's all there, but people don't know it's actually there. So, me doing this course, I know that Google offers so much resources, which, it can really help in search engine optimization. So I would probably just go into keyword search and then, find out for any company I work, what are the top 20 keywords that are ranked. And then I would make sure that I include that in the title, the content, and I think throughout the course, one thing I learned in major, even Suresh was placing emphasis on, was that content. I think content is king. So I think it finally comes down to what content you create. So I think nothing has changed from advertising that happened 10 years ago and now. It's just the medium is different, because again the relevance is always on content. So yeah.
So what are the things that Web Marketing Academy should do to improve the structure, or any other suggestion or feedback that you have?
I think firstly, the way Web Marketing Academy has executed the course for me, I'm quite satisfied. It sort of met all my expectations as to what I had from the course. I think maybe one little suggestion would be probably I think at the beginning of the course itself, we should probably, as a group, start a blog. Which we did. We had our own blogs, but probably
little more earlier stage,
having this blog, and then probably in every class looking at what content we created on the blog would be helpful. I think the other aspects were covered well, search engine optimization, etc. But again, content creation probably in the future. In the other classes, we can probably work on how content can be created, and if we can track that particular blog, one single blog, every week on week, probably that way will help.
Sure, we will implement those feedback. You appreciate your feedback.
Yeah.
It is valuable. Now, what are the suggestions, or what would you say to others who want to join this course?
So, for the others who would want to join this course, I think you should go ahead, take this course, because you should. The one thing is, I think, in 5 years down the line, for all, as far as all the marketing people out there are concerned, I think 5 years down the line, I think this is what is going to be the main work that a marketing person would do. Because nowadays nobody spends huge amounts of money on television commercial or etc. Facebook page is much more cheaper and more economical. So I think we've moved into a stage of where everything happens online, and so I think it's very important that marketers must have this skill set. And not only that, I think the world is also becoming a lot globalized. So whatever you experience every day, etc., you need to leave a mark on this world before you leave. So I think having a blog is a good way of doing that. And there is a lot of things, you might be doing little things like cooking, and you can always put it on YouTube for other people to share. So it's important that you interact and have the sharing culture rather than sit in your closed window and live your life. I think it's very important to network, and and this is a good way of doing it, because everybody is there in the online, everybody is on Facebook, and you'll get to know more people, and you never know, you might bag a $1 million deal tomorrow online. So
right.
I think
Good. Well, I actually enjoyed teaching, and I learned a lot from through this process, and it was my pleasure to have this course with you guys, and congratulations.